I am Frankie Sapp, and I am back for seconds. That is something that my uncle usually hears every Thanksgiving twice. But anyways, I'm going to dive right into the stories and waste absolutely none of your precious time. So, you guys remember the story from last time, right? You know, it's Frankie, hide the chicken! This is part 2 to that story. So, during Christmas vacation, my dad thought it would be a really hilarious idea to take me to Golden Corral. And seeing as it was less humiliating than the other option, which was wear a Golden Corral shirt the whole time, I decided to go with the latter. Now, I automatically knew that something was going to happen in my comedic big fat gut. And I was right, because I got there and something immediately went haywire. Now, I want you to listen closely. I want you to listen to a word I'm going to say a few times over. So I went in there and I asked the waiter for a Dr. Pepper. They said okay and filled up a Dr. Pepper. They handed me a Dr. Pepper. I took the Dr. Pepper. I walked over to my table with a Dr. Pepper. I sat down and drank a Dr. Pepper. I handed them a Dr. Pepper. And when they brought me back what I thought would be Dr. Pepper, you'll never guess what they gave me. Let me hear it.
Dr. Pepper.
Sweet tea! They gave me sweet tea! That's not even in the same category as soda! Like, maybe like, oh, Frankie, that ain't a big deal. You know, it's still a drink. That's like going to the movies and then ordering a ticket to see The Notebook and you end up seeing The Shining. Different things! So in retaliation, I just ran up to the food bar and stuffed my face full of food until I passed out. That's my life. This reminds me of another time when, you know, I was at another buffet and I was browsing through their elegant collection when I came across this very delectable batch of shrimp. Now, I could hear them calling my name in a loud voice saying, "Bring us home to the farm, Papa!" So I went over there and I gotta admit, I took one look and decided it was irresistible. So I went to go reach my shrimp-loving, grubby fingers toward that dreidel when suddenly, smack! This worker smacked my hand away, pointed at a sign next to it that directly said, "Only for dinner hours." And I looked at this minimum wage employer and I said, "Sir, I don't know where you think you're working at, but the sign on the wall says, all you can eat, not some you can eat. This isn't a coffee shop. You don't put things out and then not allow people to eat them. You don't do that." So in retaliation, I just stuffed my face full of shrimp until I passed out. And I got arrested. Anyways, don't tell anybody. But I feel like I've been doing too much of this stuffing in my face stuff because apparently it's starting to change me, as you'll learn in a second. Because one time I was talking to my mom and she decided to tell me to go get the mail. And I was like, okay, but she asked a very specific direction. She wanted me to bring my phone as a flashlight. Now, I'm not against bringing my phone everywhere I go, as my dad will say. But I was kind of confused because it was just down there. So I was like, why? And she said, because it's dark out, which made sense, but like, it's just to the mailbox. I can make it back in one piece. And then I asked why again, and my mother, bless her soul, she looks at me and says, "Well, sonny boy, if you don't bring flashlight, some poor person's gonna think you're a bear." A bear? That's me! Big fuzzy animal that likes consuming human, that's me. That is definitely me. And she wasn't saying this because she was worried some person was going to be out in their midnight jog and be like, "Oh, you startled me. I thought you were some sort of animal. Have a good day." No, she was worried I was going to get shot by a hunter. You know, all the hunters that hunt on a church parking lot. The whole gang of hunters that are hunting on a church parking lot. Just waiting. They'll come here soon. They gotta! There's no way they would skip here. And it's not like the neighbors across the street are gonna be like, "Hey, you see that over there?" "What? What about over there?" "Look what's getting the mail." "Is that a bear?" "Yeah! You hear about how sophisticated they're getting? But it's on 2 legs." "It's Yogi! I knew he was real! Had the picnic baskets! So in retaliation, they just ran inside their house and stuffed food in my face until I passed out. And then I got turned into a rug. Good night, everybody.